Good morning. This is Erwin St. Rose reporting for WKEJ News in Chicago. In national news, steady rain drenched much of the East Coast on Wednesday, flooding roads, closing schools, and forcing some people from their homes. And forecasters said the worst is yet to come. The rainstorms may soon be joined by Hurricane Joaquin and a powerful weather system that could linger for days and dump as much as 10 inches to early next week in some places. The deluge has the potential to saturate the ground so heavily that trees topple onto power lines even without heavy winds. Bottom line is we're expecting very heavy rains all the way from the Carolinas up into New England, said Bruce Terry, lead forecaster for the government's Weather Prediction Center. Before the hurricane draws close to the U.S., an area of low pressure in the southeast and front stalled over the east coast will pull moisture from the Atlantic Ocean that falls as rain over the next 3 days, Terry said. The heaviest rain is expected in wide swaths of North Carolina and Virginia, along with parts of Maryland, Delaware, and New Jersey, according to a National Weather Service forecast map. Joaquin can make the difference between a few days of constant rain and especially a damaging storm. But the hurricane's path was far from certain. That's still up for grabs, Terry said. So far, there's been little consensus among computer prediction models for the hurricane. The National Hurricane Center in Miami was to send a plane aloft to gather data. In sports news, Bulls point guard Derrick Rose underwent surgery Wednesday morning to repair a left orbital fracture after taking an elbow to the face during Tuesday's practice. The team said in a statement that Rose is expected to resume basketball activities in 2 weeks. Head coach Fred Hoiberg noted Wednesday that Rose did not have any structural damage. He's still in great spirits, and again, it's not a structural injury, Hoiberg said, adding that he texted with Rose into the night. When he comes back ready to go, he should be able to go right back into 100%, which, if you have something going on with one of your other body parts, it's going to be you gradually get back. 50% low, then move all the way up from mid-restriction. Rose's teammates, like many within the organization, can't believe the 26-year-old point guard has suffered another setback. Rose had played in 100 regular season games since the 2011-12 season because of various health issues, including 3 serious knee injuries. In the meantime, the Bulls will deal with the reality that Rose will miss a couple of weeks. In world news, Russian warplanes began bombarding Syrian opposition targets in the war-torn nation's north Wednesday, following a terrorist meeting at which Russian general asked Pentagon officials to clear out of Syrian airspace and was rebuffed, Fox News had learned. A U.S. official said Russian airstrikes targeted fighters in the vicinity of Homs, located roughly 60 miles east of the Russian naval facility in Tartus, and were carried out by a couple of Russian bombers. The strikes hit targets in Homs and Hama, but there was no presence of ISIS in those areas, a senior U.S. defense official said. These planes are hitting areas where Free Syrian Army and other anti-Assad groups are located, the official said. Activists and rebel commander on the ground said the Russian airstrikes have mostly hit moderate rebel positions and civilians. In a video released by U.S.-backed rebel group Tajimu Aliza, jets are seen hitting a building claimed to be a location of the group in the town of Latina in the central Hama province. The group commander Jamil Az-Sali told a local Syrian news website that the group's location was hit by Russian jets but didn't specify the damage. A group of local activists in the town of Tabisa in Homs province recorded at least. In the business world, a federal judge today dismissed the lawsuit brought by the owner of 2 rooftop businesses overlooking Wrigley Field, alleging that Chicago clubs violated revenue-sharing contracts by putting up video boards that blocked their views into the park. In a decisive blow to the owner of the Lakeview Baseball Club and Skybox on Sheffield rooftop businesses beyond Wrigley's right field bleachers, Judge Virginia Kendall dismissed all 9 counts of the lawsuit with prejudice. Kendall's opinion is the first development in the case since she denied a request on April 2nd from rooftop owner and McCarthy to bar the team from putting up new 2,250 square foot video board in the right field. McCarthy initially filed a complaint. The clause reads, the Cubs will not erect windscreens or other barriers to obstruct the views of rooftops, provided, however, that temporary items such as banners, flags, and decorations on commercial occasions should not be considered as having been erected to obstruct the views of the rooftops. Any expansion of Wrigley Field approved by government authorities shall not be a violation of this agreement, including this section. Kendall sided with the Cubs, who argued that the video board is simply part of an expansion of the park as approved by the city of Chicago, thereby making the video board legal. Rooftop attorney Tom Lombardo could not immediately be reached for comment. The last public comment from McCarthy came on April 3rd when he issued a statement that said, the Chicago Cubs organization, I tried everything that I could do legally to protect Lakeview Baseball Club and Skybox on Sheffield, and now I'm respecting the judge's opinion. The statement said, I have instructed my attorney to take no further legal action at this time as it relates to seeking injunctive relief. The Cubs, meanwhile, will which have had both the right field video board and larger left field video board in Utah season, will play postseason baseball next week for the first time since 2008. In local news, the University of Chicago has received a $100 million donation, the second largest gift in the school's history. The donation will be used to create a first-of-its-kind institute on global conflict resolution. The money comes from the Pearson Family Foundation. Thomas Pearson says his family believes that conflicts from drug cartels to insurgent organizations such as ISIS are the greatest foreign policy challenges of our time. This has been Erwin St. Rose reporting for the WKEJ News in Chicago. Have a great day. Until next time, Chicago.